My name is Jamar Root, and I aim to inspire students to find their passion and to create a life meant for them. Throughout my life, I always struggle with the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? I aim to help students navigate this question and understand the importance of doing what you love. How many of you feel pressure to have your future planned out? You know, the first time I felt pressure to have my life figured out or to know what I wanted to be when I grow up, I was a freshman in high school, and I had no idea what I was gonna say to the colleges because I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. And so when I asked any adult or anybody I knew, I would always ask them, how do I answer the question of what do I wanna be when I grow up? What I first want y'all to know is, y'all are gonna change from today, tomorrow, next year, the year after that. Things are gonna change. So I think the question of what do you wanna be when you grow up at this age y'all are in right now is the wrong question. I think the question really is, who are you? And I think finding your true passion is found in 3 steps. I think the first step is being bold enough to be yourself, regardless of what nobody says about you, whatever their opinion is. And then 2, I think you gotta dream super big, and trust your heart. And then number 3, you gotta try new things out, and not just try them out, but you have to fully try that thing out.
The presentation had me in tears. Most kids of this generation go through life living according to what other people want for them. So to hear one of their peers telling them to dream big and to follow their heart and tune out the noise from the crowd, it was very heartwarming.
What's gonna give me the best opportunity to grow into the best version of myself? What's gonna allow me to learn who I am? And that's what college is. For me, college isn't even about the classes. It's about all the other stuff. It's about all the other stuff. Where am I gonna go and I'm gonna be able to challenge myself? I went to Philly, I didn't have no friends. It was scary, I was like, man, it was scary, but it forced me to get uncomfortable. It forced me to become who I was gonna become. It forced me to try new things. But thankfully, I started to think about, okay, I think a lot of times in these times we start to think about, okay, what's the worst thing that could happen here? What's the worst thing that could happen? You know what I'm saying? What can I do and make sure I'm gonna be okay? But I think sometimes that's the wrong perspective, and we forget to think about what's the best possible situation that could happen if I do this and that. Because one of the things you really wanna think about when you're risking things, we think about risk when we're picking something, but what about the risk of forever regretting something?
And our kids need to hear that. Our kids need to hear that they shouldn't just do what their parents tell them they should do, or what society says. You should be a doctor, you should be a lawyer, but you should find your passion and then explore that, and then you have a fulfilling life.
And that's what I realized. It's not just what you're willing to be uncomfortable in, it's not just what you're good at, it's what you absolutely love to do for yourself. Because when you find what you love to do for yourself, all of a sudden you become your best self, and then you can help more people.